So over to Bengaluru. No end to attacks on corona warriors across the state. Civic officials were attacked in Bengaluru's Padrayanapura ward, a major coronavirus hotspot in the city. The ward so far has 10 coronavirus cases, and as civic officials went to quarantine some of those secondary contacts of the coronavirus patients, the suspects refused to be isolated. In fact, they turned violent, created a ruckus, started vandalizing property and attacking civic officials. 4 FIRs have been lodged with this regard. 54 people have been arrested so far and are currently in custody. This is not the first time. Remember, corona warriors have been attacked across the country. On Saturday itself, a man was booked for attacking health workers with a knife in Indore. Similar incidents also took place in UP's Bareilly and Moradabad.
Move towards the entry exit. The point is there. Actually we put one tent. So they came there and they removed the barricade. I don't know. And then 2-3 other places also were actually completely closed. They removed the tin sheet also. So after that, they said that will not come. And then after they controlled the situation, and now situation is normal. So we are taking up the case, who has done that, and definitely will take.
Well, it's highly unfortunate that people have disobeyed those norms. They have not shown any responsibility. Attack and violence is taking place in most parts, and latest being Padrayanapura ward in Bengaluru, where civic officials went in to try and get those suspected secondary contacts of positive COVID-19 patients into quarantine. They went into the area. As soon as they ventured in, many of these people came by, vandalized public property right outside because they were angry, frustrated, whatever be the reason. They've taken law into their own hands, tried to intimidate police force and those civic officials or health warriors there who tried to take them in for their own protection. It's highly unfortunate. 50 of these people have been arrested. They've been detained. Strict punishment must be meted out to those who have violated this and shown absolute insensitivity, taking law into their own hands, attacking our health warriors. Now, Maharashtra has recorded the highest number of new coronavirus cases in a day on Sunday, with as many as 552 people testing positive. Total number of cases in the state so far has crossed 4,000 mark, with 223 deaths reported. 456 cases were reported just in Mumbai over 24 hours. Dharavi, which is one of the major hotspots in the city, has a total of 138 cases. Entire Pune and neighbouring Pimpri Chindwad areas were declared as containment zones with additional restrictions. According to officials, the reason for the rise in numbers is aggressive testing. Former Chief Minister and BJP MLA Devendra Fadnavis urged Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray to even test asymptomatic coronavirus patients, as he says 63% fall in that category.
In terms of relaxation in lockdown, Maharashtra is divided into 3 zones: red, orange and green. Over 9 districts in Maharashtra are identified as orange and green zones, where there are no new fresh cases of coronavirus or there are no cases of coronavirus. So in this particular zone, the business house can operate, but with lot of restriction. First, they have to take special permission from the government officials. They also have to take care of the accommodation and transportation of their workers. District to district travel in Maharashtra is still banned. The people who work under essential services or the supply of essential services is restriction from the lockdown rules. Now, as we talk about Mumbai, Mumbai is still under red zone. There are over 350 places which have been declared as containment zone. The number of coronavirus cases in Mumbai are at highest, and therefore the situation in Mumbai will remain same. Over 2,700 cases have been detected till now in Mumbai, of which over 130 people have died. When we speak about Maharashtra, the total number of coronavirus cases are over 4,200 with over 220 deaths. The good news is over 500 people have recovered and got discharged and are back to their homes. With camera person Sai Prasad Patil, this is Saurav Aktania in Mumbai for India Today.
And it's quite tragic that several hospitals in Mumbai have been declared as unsafe for their own hospital staff. 10 hospitals in Mumbai have been badly hit due to coronavirus outbreak. They've reported many doctors, nurses and healthcare staff, which led to these hospitals stopping operations, have now tested positive. 158 health workers on the whole have tested positive in the city. Of that 1,600 staff, 21 members have tested positive just at Jaslok Hospital. 51 staff members at Wockhardt Hospital, one of the biggest medical facilities. In fact, hospital staff themselves are quite astonished as to see how their own staff have contracted the infection without showing any symptoms. 35 staff members have tested positive at Bhatia Hospital, which is privately owned. 8 staff members at Breach Candy Hospital, which is also quite a popular hospital, that they've tested positive. Even at Bombay Hospital, many staff members have tested positive. Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray has assured all help with this regard. He said that aid will be provided, whatever that they need, to these healthcare workers who are fighting this crisis on the front lines.
Doctors and other medical staff, which is considered as the first line of defense in fighting COVID-19, is worst affected in Mumbai. As many as 10 hospitals have reported positive COVID-19 cases and have suffered due to that. Jaslok Hospital, when tried to resume its duties so that people in Mumbai who need hospitals bed can get it, they got 1,600 of their staffs tested, out of which 21 nurses tested positive. These nurses were already in quarantine and had tested negative earlier, but in the second test they tested positive, and all of them are asymptomatic. This fact highlights as to how deeply hospitals and hostels of nurses are infected by COVID-19 and how difficult it will be for hospitals in Mumbai to be back on their feet, because lack of ICUs, lack of hospital beds in a time of medical emergency is costing dearly to the patients who need hospital beds as fast as possible. But yes, the hospitals remain affected due to COVID-19 and it will take some time for them to resume their duties. With camera person Rakesh Salaskar, Mustafa Sheikh in Mumbai for India Today.
Now going back to the national capital, the Delhi police has asked Tablighi Jamaat chief Maulana Saad to take a coronavirus test himself and then appear before them for questioning. According to sources, the cops feel that Maulana might just be using coronavirus as an excuse to evade arrest. The crime branch has reportedly conveyed this to Maulana, that he should get himself tested at Delhi's AIIMS hospital and then submit his report to the police and then come in for questioning after. Saad is responsible for organizing the religious congregation at Nizamuddin Markaz in March amid the lockdown. The event was attended by thousands of Jamaatis in alleged violation of the orders against large gatherings to contain the spread of coronavirus. Now the ED has come into picture, already registering a money laundering case against Maulana Saad and 8 of his associates, raising doubt over income tax evasion. The Income Tax Department is also looking at possibilities of tax evasion of Saad. Money laundering is also being probed into.
जब बंदा अपने बनाने वाले से दूर हो जाता है तो बनाने वाला इसको अपने करीब लाने के लिए इस पर हालात लाता है। इसलिए एक अहम दरख्वास्त करनी है। इस वबा से निपटने के लिए ज़रूरी है कि दावत व तबलीग से वाबस्ता अफराद जहाँ कहीं भी हैं और ज़िला की इंतज़ामिया और हुकूमत उनको टेस्ट करने या क्वारंटाइन करने के लिए ले जाना चाहती है तो इंतज़ामिया का इसमें पूरा ताउन करें, इंतज़ामिया का पूरा साथ दें। किसी भी बीमारी का इलाज करना इंतहाई ज़रूरी है, इसलिए इसका एहतमाम करें। अपने ज़रूरतमंद पड़ोसियों का ख्याल करें। कोई हमारा पड़ोसी भूखा ना सोए। हर एक की अपनी ताकत के बक़दर मदद करें। जब हम लोग आपस में एक दूसरे के साथ भाईचारगी से एक दूसरे के साथ हमदर्दी से पेश आएंगे तो अल्लाह रब्बुल इज़्ज़त हमारा बनाने वाला हमारे साथ नरमी का।
Nurses, doctors, healthcare workers, even the police, they are on the front lines. They are our frontline warriors. But now many of them have fallen prey to this COVID-19 virus, with the nation putting forward a combined effort to contain and defeat the contagion. The safety of our corona warriors has now become of paramount importance.
Our frontline warriors, only shield for 1.3 billion people from coronavirus. But doctors, nurses and police personnel are increasingly falling prey to the outbreak. 21 nurses in Mumbai's Jaslok hospital tested positive, just before the hospital was aiming to resume services. It had earlier reported 31 cases in staff members and was declared a containment zone. In its statement, Jaslok Hospital has said that when a positive case was reported in the hospital earlier this month, over 100 of the nursing staff was quarantined. After the 14 days period, they were tested again before they resumed work and 21 nurses tested positive.
Lack of ICUs, lack of hospital beds in a time of medical emergency is costing dearly to the patients who need hospital beds as fast as possible. But yes, the hospitals remain affected due to COVID-19 and it will take some time for them to resume their duties.
In Delhi, 6 Lady Harding Hospital staff, including 2 doctors and 4 nursing staff, tested positive. 3 other medical staff had tested positive a day earlier. The heroes in khaki are also equally vulnerable. Anil Kohli, a 52-year-old ACP in Ludhiana, who was hospitalized after testing positive, passed away on Saturday. He was given a state funeral. In Madhya Pradesh, Devendra Chandravanshi, an SHO at Juni Indore police station, succumbed to the viral infection on Sunday.
आज हमारे बहादुर एवं जांबाज निरीक्षक देवेंद्र कुमार कोरोना से लड़ते हुए इस जंग में शहीद हुए हैं। ये हम सबके लिए बहुत बड़ी क्षति है जिसकी भरपाई नहीं हो सकती है।
Madhya Pradesh and Punjab governments offered rupees 50 lakh to the kin of the fallen cops. But proper risk assessment and protective gear can help our warriors and prevent India from faltering in this fight. With Mustafa Sheikh, Bureau Report, India Today.
Police is conducting inquiry if there were any lapses by the cops in dealing with the mob lynching incident that happened in Maharashtra's Palghar. So far, 100 people have been arrested for the gruesome lynching of 3 people. 3 of those people were lynched by villagers in Palghar on April 16th on suspicion that they were thieves. Shocking visuals show angry villagers armed with sticks, stones, attacking a 70-year-old man who was begging for mercy. 2 of those killed are sadhus. The third was a driver of a car they were traveling in. In fact, they were headed towards Surat, is what is believed, in a car to attend a funeral. Their vehicle was stopped near a village in Palghar district. The trio were dragged out of their car and beaten to death with sticks by a mob on suspicion that they were thieves. Maharashtra Chief Minister Uddhav Thackeray said that the culprits involved in lynching of these 3 men in Palghar district will be brought to justice. He further added that all accused have now been arrested.
पालघर की मॉब लिंचिंग की घटना ये बहुत ही गंभीर है। जिस क्रूरता के साथ उनको मारा गया है, मानवता को भी शर्म आए इस प्रकार की ये क्रूरता है। और इसमें सबसे शर्मनाक बात यह है कि पुलिस के सामने इस प्रकार से भीड़ लोगों को मारती है। कहीं ना कहीं महाराष्ट्र में कानून व्यवस्था लचर हो गई है, कानून व्यवस्था दिखाई नहीं पड़ती।
Let's quickly go over to Saurabh Bhaktania joining us with more on this. Saurabh, we're left speechless looking at that footage. It's shocking how right before the police officers there, these 3 people were lynched. 2 of them died. We're really saddened by what has happened. But really, how did the police not react to this? And out of just mere suspicion, they've gone on to lynch those 3 people.
Well, this particular area where this incident has taken place, a few days back on Thursday also a similar incident had taken place where based on suspicion of that they are robbers, people had tried to attack some people. Now these 3 people, 2 of them from Kandivali, they were going towards Gujarat. One of them was the driver of that car. Now, to avoid the barricading which is done by the police official at lot of places on highway, they decided to take a detour. This was a very isolated place from which they had decided to go to avoid the bandobast by the police officials. And here is where the residents of this particular place is. It's also 110 kilometers far away from the Palghar, and the people gathered over there. They thought that these are the robbers. The police officials reached
said
the place,
with this regard
but
there,
they did not even listen to them. They even assaulted the police officials.
Well, Saurabh, I think you didn't hear us, but we got your point here. We're looking at police officers right there at the spot. You say that even police officers were assaulted. The Mumbai police there have a lot of answering to do. Thank you very much. On this note, we're going to wrap this bulletin. For further news and updates, you can log on to indiatoday.in. Download the app for more coronavirus-related news. Stay home and stay safe.
Hi everyone, Preeti Chaudhary here. Hope you like this video. For latest news and analysis, like and subscribe to the India Today YouTube channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon to stay updated. Thank you for watching.